There's a simple Bitcoin mining metric that I want to talk to you about. Simple Bitcoin solar mining metric that I want to talk to you about. And it's sats per kilowatt hour. Sats per kWh. Because everyone's favorite question is, well, how much money can you make? Obviously. And different people are at varying degrees on how they like to think about investing in home solar and the ROI of it. So I've done other videos about how I believe everyone is just talking about the ROI of home solar wrong. And that's including salespeople for solar companies. Like they've bought the utility company framing that batteries have a bad ROI and you can't fill up your whole roof with solar panels, and solar in general has years and years and years to ROI. So if that's you, throw all of that out the window and go watch the other videos. But if you've come over that hump, then I want to talk to you more about how much money can you make with your surplus? And the simple metric that no one's talking about is simply just sats per kWh. Sats is the base unit of Bitcoin. And so it's just sats per kWh, because the utility company pays you per surplus kilowatt hour at their net surplus compensation rate. So you can look that up for your utility and figure out how many pennies per kilowatt hour that they pay you. So when we're calculating how much you can make from your surplus Bitcoin mining, it should be the same thing. We just make the same comparison with our monetary unit per kWh. So back in the napkin math for what I just think a regular size house would be, or I don't know what size house, but a regular size house. I have 2,400 square feet. My roof is covered with 9.5 kilowatts of solar. And like, here's a typical month. Here's what a typical random month could look like. 1 megawatt of generation, so 1,000 kWh. And the highest purchaser of your energy, the best ROI, is actually your car, your electric car, and your house. It's not Bitcoin mining. Your car and your electric vehicle and your house are the number one purchasers of your energy, because you need that stuff, and that's the highest bidder. So let's say in a typical month, 500 to 600 kWh goes to, I'm not sure you can see this all the way over here, but house and car, okay? So then you have 400 to 500 surplus kWh, and all you want to know is simply how many sats per those are you getting paid? Because yes, there's the difficulty adjustment. Yes, there's how many other miners are on the network. Yes, there's pool fees. Yes, there's which miner you're using. Yes, there's how good is your automation for turning on and off your miners when the surplus hits. All of that is something that I'm still trying to dial in, and I would say I'm roughly pretty ahead of the curve on trying to automate surplus going into solar mining. All of that is going to factor into me quoting like daily profit numbers or monthly profit numbers. So I think it's way better to just break it down and take sats per kWh. And I believe that's the way that solar mining and honestly renewable mining in general should begin to start quoting their profit numbers or their income numbers, because so many of the calculators, when you go out there and just take the top level hit for like Bitcoin mining calculator, they're all going to assume you're running 24/7. And even I've talked to a lot of just kind of like ASIC salespeople, and sometimes even them are like, oh, well, the ROI on the ASIC is not good if you're not running it 24/7. So it takes a lot of reframing from the perspective of my house is not a 24/7 Bitcoin mining operation. My house is like a property that I conduct business and life from and charge my car from. And we supplemented a portion of the capital build out expenses with being able to sell our surplus to Bitcoin mining. So that's how I would reframe it all around the simple metric of sats per kWh.